The World Cup is around the corner, only a few weeks left, and guess what? Every week, a new injury to a top player is happening right before the World Cup. The guy dreams for going to the World Cup for 4 years straight because it happens once in 4 years. So the guy dreams, he's like, I'm going to the World Cup. I want to play for my country. I'm going to get selected, and boom, 2 3 weeks to go and players are getting injured left, right, and center. This World Cup shouldn't be taking place right now in November between a season going on. The fixtures are congested, the players are fatigued, the players are tired, and the injuries will keep on piling on. And the latest victim is Ben Chilwell of Chelsea. The fullback is injured again. It sucks. It sucks. Top players, let me tell you, top players, Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante, Timo Werner, Reece James, now Ben Chilwell. These guys will be missing the World Cup. Imagine Pogba and Kante, the midfield winning duo of France in last previous World Cup. They're nowhere this time. They're nowhere this time. Why? Because the injuries, with the injury, you know what? The World Cup needs to be held in the summer of June. In the summer of June and July, where everyone is chill, relaxed, the season is over, the vibes are on for the World Cup. This World Cup is filled with regrets. Maybe FIFA wants money because Qatar has money. The Qatari money is too much to ignore. But you gotta understand, these are human beings. These are human beings. They can't play 72 matches in a season, including the matches of the World Cup. If a team goes to the final, that many matches in under 6 to 7 months. Imagine my shock if a player doesn't get injured. Lionel Messi of Paris Saint-Germain has said he won't play in the next match of PSG. Why? As a precaution. Because he is scared that any injury right now will take a lot of time and he will definitely might then miss the World Cup. That's why players are taking precautions, and I feel like if players are playing with subtlety, safety, they might not be performing to their optimal best. They might not because they don't want to get injured. Diego Jota, another example, got injured and now he is set to miss the World Cup. Imagine, imagine the shock on everyone's face that each day we are hearing Reece James is injured, Ben Chilwell is injured. He's gonna miss the World Cup. Imagine if one of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, God forbid, they miss the World Cup, their last World Cup ever, and they miss it. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? Even if the players are raising their voice, no one is there to listen, and nobody wants to back out from this because this is the goddamn World Cup we are talking about. This is the goddamn World Cup. This ain't no Champions League. This ain't no La Liga, which happens every season. The World Cup is a special thing and it needs to be held on a special date. Not between the season. Not between the season. It ruins the mood for the fans. The fans want to see their best players playing for their country. And now they are shortened. There are injuries so much that the squads are thin. Provisional squad of the World Cup is now of 55 members, out of which maybe 26, 27 members will be selected. Last time, 22 members were allowed to be selected. Now 26, 27. Why? Because even FIFA knows that players will definitely get injured. And they are making a mockery out of it. They are making a mockery out of it. As fans, do we want to see our favorite players getting injured? Tell me. No, no, not at all. Not at all. This is what not the World Cup is about. The World Cup, imagine before one day before the World Cup, another shocking injury happens because the World Cup fixtures are also tightly packed, and then after the World Cup ends, 1 2 week break, and boom, we are back to season. We are back to season. There is no actual break for the players because the World Cup happens in June and July. Then the players get some time to relax with their family, chill out. The season start in mid August. Players are happy. Right now, players aren't. And I know, whoever says anything, the World Cup will not be shifted because everything is set. The stage is set. We can only hope for that more injuries don't take place because we don't want to see them. The World Cup is happening in November and we are excited. Let's go. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. Players want to see a final of Portugal versus Argentina. That is the hype matchup. Will we see it? I don't know. I'll be covering and trying my best to keep you guys updated. Like and subscribe. Stay safe. Let's go.